You four, awakened, imprisoned, in a dungeon. Having just awoken from a terrible nightmare where you were, or a joint nightmare it was, where the four of you were slaughtered by a vicious, ragged, humanoid figure. You awoken to a terrible sight. You were imprisoned in the dungeon below some sort of complex with a strange woman vivisecting a man right in front of you. You managed, with a little bit of sleight of hand, to lift the key to your cells off the woman. You broke out, you overpowered her, killing her, at which point she reverted, shifted to her true form, identified by Gideon as that of a doppelganger. A shapeshifter that, with usually nefarious intentions, you made your way over a pile of bodies and up a chute, merging in a small courtyard and entering the main building, upon where you encountered a group of armed men. After some diplomacy, the armed men agreed that you could enter if you were to head down the hallway and slay and bring back some doppelgangers as proof, in order to prove that you yourselves were not doppelgangers. You proceeded down the hallway, encountering several dangerous and eldritch creatures, before encountering another doppelganger. This one in the guise of doctor's clothes. A vicious fight ensued, in which you guys kited him down the hallway, where he was eventually killed. The guards took pity on you guys, having seen engage a doppelganger in front of them. Allowed you to enter. Good point. They took you into a chapel. Small chapel, which filled with a ragtag group of people. And he introduced you to a formidable but beautiful looking woman. Who identified herself as Winter. Winter, like the season.
Oh, winter. Okay, yeah.
Winter.
She scrutinizes the four of you for a second. Turns to the guard that escorted you guys in. Where did you find them? Oh no, miss, they just come in from the courtyard. I don't think they're shifters. We saw them fighting some of the bastards up the other end of the hallway. Oh, they nearly died doing it. She takes a step forward. Who are you?
I was wondering if you could tell us that.
We
not
all
entirely sure.
woke up without the memories that we had in the past. We know not our names. We get small glimpses of our past via doing actions that we take, but that's about it.
Do you know where we are at the moment?
You this is Briarstone Asylum.
Where's that?
Wait,
It's on an island off the coast of Rushmore in the county of Sussex. Sorry, but this is
so,
quite odd. Perhaps you are patients here.
well, I don't remember being a patient here, but
I don't remember being committed.
I don't think I would be.
Highly unlikely. I don't feel like I would have been locked up here.
Well, you seem to have a textbook case of amnesia.
Yes.
Do you know of any cures?
No, I'm sorry. That's not my field. My name is Winter. Winter Klakska.
Nice to meet you,
Well,
Winter. This is
pleasure.
the lady. This is the old man. I'm Scarface, and this is Elfman. The best names we could come up with in the time being.
Yes. Now, look. Our situation here is quite dire. You're welcome to take shelter here for the night. But you wish to make use of our limited resources. I'm going to require a show of faith, let's call it, beforehand. There are quite a few things we could use help with here.
And
What
what
sort
would
of-
you say that would be?
Well, she sort of gestures to the room behind her. At the far end, you hear moaning and whinging coming from several people. Well, if any of you are skilled in the art of healing, we've got quite a few injured here.
Oh, I thought you were saying we were going to have to kill these people. Oh,
No,
uh,
no, not at all. We need help. We got cooking fires need tending to. If any of you are skilled in the culinary arts, right? We've found our meals quite lacking the last few days, and there's plenty of furniture that needs to be broken up to make use of firewood.
yes, of course.
I can help with the healing, but I must rest first.
I am in the same case.
I could do some basic tending with the healing. Otherwise, I think I might be better off chopping some wood.
I can tend to a fire.
I'm the same.
Very well. You all look terrible. Perhaps you should rest. In the morning, we'll see to these chores.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow then.
Tomorrow.
Oh,
I'm afraid we're short on blankets and bedrolls. Feel free to find a spot in the room to sleep.
What are these little kind of monument things sitting around here at the door?
So they are both to the north and south of the door. There's shrines to several gods and collection boxes.
Do I know who they are?
Yeah, they're all common gods. Like pretty much everyone,
Cool.
every main god of the Galarian pantheon.
Cool.
Is that a Desna one to the north?
Desna one is, yes,
The butterfly?
it is the one to the yes.
Hmm. Okay.
Winter steps to the corner and begins talking silently with the captain that escorted you guys in. You notice that
Would we be able to?
these guards seem to be just dressed in padded armor with the looks of like an orderly that would work in a sanitarium, and they sort of have makeshift weapons, like clubs, although a few of them are armed with crossbows. Boston, captain is carrying a shield sort of made out of a piece of a door.
I'm gonna wander over to the captain.
Yeah, I was about to as well.
What weapon does he have on him at the moment?
He's got a club and a crossbow.
Okay. I'll wander
Would we
over
be
to
able to
him.
overhear what she's talking to him about?
What are you guys doing? You just standing there awkwardly? Or are you gonna?
I'm just gonna walk over and go, "Oh, excuse me, Captain Johnny. Your weapon there, it's just a simple club that you made?"
It's actually, it looks like it's a baton. It's a proper wooden baton.
Okay, good.
Like a,
Would you find this more useful? And I bring out my mace, and I say, I'm happy to swap this weapon with you if you think it would defend these people a bit better than your baton would.
he considers it for a second. Thank you, but no. I'll be fine with the baton. If you happen to find a blade, I'll be most grateful, though.
Yeah, I'll have a look for you. There are a few ornaments downstairs used for dissection and torture, but I wouldn't recommend them. They're not, how do you say, martial-like weapons.
Or very sanitary.
That also. But if I see some, while I'm in this manner, I will think of you. I bid you goodbye, and he'll wander away. With the mild limp.
You observe the rest of the people in the room seem to be dressed in the garb of either a patient of the Briarstone Asylum, or several people dressed in these padded orderlies outfits, or a few people just in padded uniforms.
Are we just in the clothes that we would go in, or we also got patient outfits on?
You're in your own.
Okay, interesting.
Winter. Tell me. What is it that's happening here? Why is the asylum just... yes, what are those creatures that we're encountering? If you have any inkling?
She has quite a cold demeanor about her as she scrutinizes you. She said, we'll talk more we'll talk more tomorrow. Get some rest.
Just so curious. Okay. Well, I'm just going over here then. Curl up into a ball next to the
Yeah.
fire.
I'll find somewhere that's comfortable.
Yeah, I go up here kind of, I guess, away from most people. Curl up on where I might have a little bit of personal space.
You guys care long rest?
Okay. Wow, it's so light.
Alright, so you awaken around 6 a.m. the next morning. Jared, you know how the long rest button works in D&D Beyond?
Yep, I pressed it and I clicked confirm.
Yeah, you guys awaken at around 6 a.m. the next morning. Cooking fires are being tended. Like, sort of broth is being made.
Broth, my mortal enemy.
That was a shit night. Is the broth ready?
No, it looks like the person ending the broth is actually
Can I go? I'll go help.
I say, I can help. My survival's quite good. I know how to make a mean trail broth.
I'll I'd like to. Well, I won't help with the prep, but I'll help I guess maybe portioning it out and handing it to people.
You see, the man tending the cooking fires is the heavyset guard that was at the barricade when you arrived yesterday. The one that was pretty avid that you guys were shapeshifters.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah.
Do you need any help with the breakfast or what are you making here?
Well, it's, to be honest, it's a mixture of potatoes, onions, and water. It's all we got.
Oh, it sounds delightful.
French onion soup.
Do you have any salt?
Let me have a look here. We got a sack full of things we managed to scavenge from elsewhere. He sort of like just dumps a Hesham sack at your feet, starts rummaging through it.
Is there butter?
Oh yes, butter. Delightful. Oh, good. Very good idea.
Rummaging. He's like, no, I don't think there's any butter here.
What about any rabbit? Rabbit
There
would
is
be
some
nice.
rat meat that I know about.
The woman standing over next to the wall, just like, Denman doesn't know a thing about cooking.
Oh,
How we picked up the chef job here, I'll never bloody know.
oh, would you like to have a go?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
know-
hang on, I'll just pop my loose arm back in and I'll come over and just get right to it, shall I?
Oh, yeah, arms hanging out of the socket. Okay.
Is she fully missing an arm?
No, it looks like it's dislocated.
Oh, can I? I'll go over there and see if I can pop it back in. With consent first. Going, would you like me to assist with that? I might be able to just jam it back in there.
Are you a doctor?
I have slight medical training, I believe, maybe. It's not a very convincing answer.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm good at that.
Oof. She sort of like, my arm's broken. I think in more than one place.
Is it in a sling already?
No. I have a few
Okay,
broken
I'll,
ribs too.
I guess I'll try and make a sling for her arm, and can I tell if it is actually dislocated at the shoulder?
Roll a medicine check. You have a look at her arm. This woman just looks just completely ragged. She's got just dark purple bruising along her shoulder, down to her forearm, and up the side of her ribs as well.
Well, without fully being able to tell, I guess the best thing I can kind of do for her is make a splint. And so I guess if there's any spare, bed clothing or just cloth in general, I'll try and make that.
Oh,
I have a spare good berry I could give to her.
that might work.
I'll give her a good berry.
Okay.
Yeah.
And while going through the medical examination, I'll ask her, what she used to do around the asylum.
You gesture the berry to her. She sort of slowly reaches a hand out. She's like, it's a berry.
Yeah, it'll help you with your wounds a little bit. It'll make you feel full as well.
But like slowly raises it, like just looking clearly skeptical, and then eats the good berry.
I'll eat one as well because I had one more left.
She after a few seconds after eating the berry, sort of stands there for a moment. Like, wow, that's amazing. I'm completely full.
Yes, it's quite good, isn't it?
And my ribs feel a little better. She sort of like touches them for a second. She's like, still broken though.
Yes, they probably do. Yeah.
You managed to find a piece of rag and make a makeshift splint for her.
Lady, may I speak to you for a second?
Addressing the woman with the broken ribs and stuff?
No, as in the lady. Or lady. No, you.
Oh, okay. Right.
Oh, me.
Lady.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Sorry. Oh.
If you don't mind me asking, what would you... May I spend some time with your armor and maybe your bow, if that's okay with you? I want to make them a little bit better. I've been looking at them for a little bit, and I think there's things I can do to add improvements to it, if you don't mind.
You think so?
It's something in my memory. I must have seen something similar before, and I can see the little bits that I can improve just with my kit that I've got here.
Yes, well, sure, why not? I'll hand over my bow.
Scarface will start doing a bit of tinkering, tighten up some areas here and there, adding some things to it. With your bow, he like bends it a little bit and then reinforces it in certain places, and he hands it back to you, and both are now +1 weapons and armor for you.
Ooh.
So I've used up both of my
infusions.
Both of my infusions.
Seeing this happen in front of me, I kind of like remember something as well, and I start creating my infusions. So I now have an alchemy jug and a bag of holding.
My bow is a +1, did you say?
Yes, so it adds a +1 to your... Hold on, let me read this out for you exactly. Creature gains a +1 armor bonus while wearing the armor or wielding a shield if the item is infused. And this magic weapon grants a +1 attack and damage roll. So it becomes a magical weapon, basically.
A +1 magical weapon, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'll find equivalent things for those in D&D Beyond.
I also have a feeling that if we ever had a weapon that somebody wanted to throw, I can make it come back to your hand, and maybe another day I can enhance maybe a magical arcane focus or something if we had one. But anyway,
you could make my dagger return to my hand.
If you were to throw it, yes.
Do you think you could do that to my my toe?
Sadly,
you're going
unless
to throw
it's
your toe at
used,
someone.
if
Am
you
I?
used it as a weapon, I might be able to tomorrow. I don't think I'll be able to do it today.
Let me see what I can do here. And I bend down and like I cast mending, at least on the boot that has been holed by the rat.
You see the hole up in his boot.
Yeah, good as new.
Very helpful. Thank you, friend.
Did you take the toe out?
The toe is in my pocket.
It's
unless someone has a piece of string,
it's starting
I can
to
make a
stink.
necklace.
It's starting to think. The toe's starting to think.
Stink.
Does anyone have some brine?
Would I have brine in my spell components?
I've got some broth here. Do you want some broth?
I do have brine. Yes, I pull out my alchemy jug I just made, and I'm like, do you have some container or vessel to put this in?
Excellent. We can start taking samples of these creatures.
I was actually thinking I
Research.
would like to preserve my toe.
Oh.
You know, in
That's
case
not a
it may
bad
be
idea.
reattached down the road.
We might find a surgeon, perhaps, who's not lost his eyes or mind. Who's able
Hopefully.
to give us a hand.
Is there a spare container around somewhere, Josh?
There is not.
Would I have one in my components pouch?
No.
I'll ask the guard that's cooking at the moment if he's gonna reuse the pot that he's currently using for cooking afterwards.
Yeah, it's our only pot. What do you want the pot for?
Just to preserve something important to me. No matter. Suggest to the rest of the group that maybe we should talk to Lady Winter and see what she has to say to us today about, you know, the situation around us.
I
Yes,
think
we
that
were
would be best.
supposed to be doing some chores or something, weren't we?
Were you gonna
Well-
help? Were you gonna help the guy at the fire, with the food?
Yeah, I thought I was.
Yeah, roll a.
Let me see if this works. Give me 1 second. I just need to launch it on Firefox. It says I have beyond 20. Alright. Let's see. What am I rolling?
Survival, aren't you? Is that angry-looking man with his arms folded the one who's caring for the fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure. Ooh, I heard a sheet. Turn. Do we see winter in here at all?
Hey.
Oh, there we go.
that worked.
worked.
Hey! A 13.
13. Yes, with your assistance, the guy is able to competently drum up a brothy breakfast for everybody.
Delicious.
Thank you.
Ah, yes, well, you weren't going too far wrong yourself before I came along. It was just needed a bit of seasoning and whatnot.
Right, of course, yeah, seasoning. Yes. Yeah, sorry, I've never been very good at this job.
A little bit of seasoning goes a long way.
My name's Denman, by the way.
Nice to meet you,
I'm the
Denman.
lady.
My name is Scarface. May I try a bit of the broth?
Yeah, I want to start handing out some bowls of broth.
It's not good. It's probably gonna be a little bit before it's ready.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll come back in a bit then. Should we go find Winter and see what if she needs our help? And maybe we can find out a bit more about this asylum and why we're each here.
Yes, I think that's a brilliant idea. Let's go find Winter. Where is she? Do you know Denman? Is it Denman or?
I think she's outside talking to, Captain Boston. I'm sure she'll be back soon.
Captain Boston.
I think
Is
that's
that Johnny?
Captain Johnny, yes. I think
Yeah,
that's Johnny.
Captain Johnny. Yeah, okay. We'll go find Captain Johnny and Winter. Thank you so much, Denman, the cook. And you'll start wandering over.
Yeah.
Laccio! Oh yes, the door. I have to click on it. Hold on. There you go. Ladies first.
Oh, thank you. Oh, good morning, Winter. Captain Johnny?
I don't think that's Captain Johnny. Is that Captain?
No?
Captain Johnny's at the top.
Oh, he's at the top there. Hello, good morning, Captain Johnny.
Yes. Good morning. What can I do for you?
I seem to remember you wanted some help with some healing.
Yes, there are several injured people back in the chapel there.
Ah,
Are there any more jobs that you'd like us to do, or?
Yes, I'm not very good at healing.
If someone
heal
wants to
some
help,
things if you want to.
someone wants to help with breaking up furniture for the fire, that would be much appreciated.
I can do that. I can try to do that.
I'm not the best physically. So apart from the healing and the breaking of furniture, is there much else we can help with? I do apologize.
No, that about it at the moment.
Alright, well,
Well, direct
I'll
us
do
to your
what I can.
furniture.
It's back in the chapel.
okay, sorry to disturb you.
Alright, I'm gonna start breaking some shit. What was this shit?
I
What
did
was
not
the
mean to
furniture?
open that door. Sorry, guys.
Does it look like there's designated furniture for breaking? For firewood?
Yeah, there's a giant pile of sort of scavenged furniture in the corner of the room.
Yeah. I'm gonna start breaking shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what do you want us to roll?
I'll help with that.
Just with your hands.
Yeah, sure. Swinging them around, breaking it down on the floor.
I'll do that thing where you put the plank on another plank and you try and step on it.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I'll
I'll
like
use
that.
my
Are there any power tools? Is there a...
doesn't someone have a mace?
I do have a mace, but I'm not very good with it.
I'm gonna use my
honestly
dagger
don't know
to
why
try
I
to get
have
at the seams and break things that way. Use some
So
leverage.
Roll a strength check.
I was also gonna have a crack at my axe as well, my hand axe. If it's too stout or sturdy to pull apart with my hands.
An 18. Do the thing where you step on the thing while it's on a log to snap it. And then pull at it awkwardly in different directions and try and, like, you know, twist it and stuff like that to break it.
Between the three of you, you managed to break up a large desk, the smaller, more workable piles of timber.
And then I'll
I'll go down and check this small boy and the woman, see if they need any sort of healing.
So you approach them. They're both dressed in patient garb. There's a woman that flashes you a quick smile as you're approaching.
Hello. Do you need some assistance? Is there anything ailing you?
I'm fine. I'm fine, but Bates here could probably use some tending to. Gestures to the child next to her, a young boy. He seems to be covered in bite marks on his arms and a few on his neck. There's bleeding sort of bite marks with just patchwork sort of bandages tied around him.
I see. This could get infected. I inspect the like one of the wounds by like removing one of the bandages slowly.
The boy winces a little bit.
Do I see what kind of wound it is? Like, is it just like is it a puncture mark, like teeth marks, or is
It's puncture marks from teeth.
Okay. I kind of like feel the boy's head as well, just to see if he's got a fever or anything happening.
Doesn't seem to.
Okay. Well, I have very limited supplies, but I do have something. And I pull out my alchemy jug and open the spigot, which has honey, and I start slathering honey on the wounds. And then try and redress as best I can with fresh rags.
So you pour honey on the wounds and then wrap him in rags.
Yeah, honey's like a natural, like antibacterial agent.
Mm-hmm. Honey's a really good preservative.
Your toe.
Well, we have brine for my toe, but unfortunately no container.
Yes. No.
So what has made these bite marks? Do you know?
It's the bad men.
The bad man? Who the bad man?
Sort of tears up. And it sort of grabs hold of the woman. Puts her arms around him. The apostles that took over the asylum.
You mean the faceless man? The changes.
Oh, no, not them. The kid begins to cry louder at the mention of the faces. And oh, sorry, we should talk about this another time.
I see. I can see the boy is traumatized.
Can we hear this conversation?
I mean, she's standing right there, then yes.
Technically, those faceless men are called doppelgangers. Must be precise in what we call them. It could be anyone here, as they take any form. I guess we should always be on the lookout.
Continues breaking furniture.
Yeah.
Well, I had a whole gallon of honey, so I still have honey left over, I'm assuming.
We could use that in the broth.
Yeah, can do. I guess after these people are treated, I'll check on these other guys over here. I'm doing the rounds. Do you need treatment or assistance?
You approach a woman in looks like she's wearing a nurse's outfit underneath the orderly added armor. She seems to be attempting to comfort a man in patient's garb next to her. He's sort of almost in the fetal position, but upright fetal position in the corner. She's sort of crouched down in front of him, touching him on the shoulder. I can hear. Oh, I have to go. He tries to get up. She like pushes him back down. Corner. She's like, no, you can't go out there, look. You need to take your meds.
Is he alright?
No, he's not. He's mentally ill. Here's the voices of his dead sister.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Oh.
Is she actually speaking to him, or is it just, like the...
No, he's a patient here.
How long ago did your sister die?
He's just sort of catatonic in the corner now. Like he's been in this institution for about 2 decades.
So you were a nurse at this institution?
I was.
Do you recognize any of us four at all?
So glances you over. No, I'm afraid I haven't seen you all before. But
And-
were
and you
you
were-
patients here?
We're trying
I
to
don't
figure
know.
that out.
We might be now.
Do you have memories of before yesterday?
Yes.
Like, you don't have... You have full memory of your childhood and everything.
Yep. Yes, of course. Why do you not?
No.
We do not. Sorry. I don't even know our names, for God's sake.
Maybe you were new admissions here.
Possibly. Did you hang out in all of the hospital, or you were set to just one ward?
I mostly helped out in long-term patients.
What is your name? Sorry, I do not need. Sorry to be rude.
My name is it's Nasa.
Lisa, thank you. I am Scarface. This is the lady. This is Elf Man and Old Man. Neither, did you say?
Nasa.
What? Nasa, sorry.
If it's not too rude, what happened to your face?
Funny story, that. I woke up with it. I'm not sure if it's linked to how I got here, but upon examination, it seems to be, and he touches his face. So on the side of my face here, a little bit down on my neck, and you do see acidic scarring down to his neck. And also, my right leg has a little bit of a limp. So I'm not too sure what it is, but come to think of it, you're a nurse. Can you do a check and see how old these wounds would be for me, please? If they're recent wounds.
I'm sorry. That's not what I do. I work here.
Sorry.
We study we study mental illness and.
Well, as far as I know, I do not have one.
If you study mental illness, do you know something that would cause severe sudden memory loss?
And group amnesia?
If there is such a thing.
Never heard of it. To be honest, quite odd that all four of you are suffering the same condition.
Could one event have been so horrific that all four of us have experienced the same thing, same result?
Maybe. Perhaps it could have been caused by a shared trauma, or maybe it's magical in nature. I can't say.
Oh. These tables aren't going to destroy themselves.
The man curled up, attempts to get up again. She sort of like softly pushes him back down. No! Loic, you have to stay in the chapel. She turns.
Where is he trying to go?
He's just trying to leave. He thinks he can hear his sister telling him to leave.
How do we know he can't hear his sister?
The man is mentally ill and his sister's been dead for 2 decades.
Has he always been trying to chase after his sister?
Yes. Yeah. She reaches into a pocket, produces a handful of pills. Maybe one of you can convince him to take them. He's fine when he's got his meds.
Yeah, I can give you some honey to try and sweeten the medicine.
What do you get to with the honey?
I mean, is it like just a handful of pills, or is it like a cup of pills?
It's like, 2 or 3, yeah, a cup.
Cool. All right. Well, I dispensed a little bit of honey in there, and I was like, "Yeah, this will make you feel better. It has honey, so you can have some energy too." And try and offer it.
Make a persuasion check.
Just quickly, guys, I'm gonna disappear under my desk. My USB port on my keyboard has decided to stop working. It's probably related to the beer that's in it.
Okay.
I think
It's very disappointing. I'll be back. I'm chasing a mouse.
Yeah. He just sort of like curls up harder and leans away from you. Like, ugh!
Let me try, old man.
Very well.
I grab the pills and go. Hello, sir. Would you like some little candies?
Roll deception check. He sort of like slightly turns his head towards you. Leave me be!
No need to get violent.
Man, I'm just chopping tables here. They're doing nothing.
I'm afraid there is nothing we can do this time.
This man is too far gone.
The door...
Actually,
Yes, go on.
has he had any stew today?
No, I think it's almost ready.
Perhaps when we serve him, I could put the pills in his stew, and then he eats them.
I'm gonna assume you're not saying that out loud in front of them.
No. I would maybe whisper that into the nurse's ear.
Well, it's worth a try if you can find a way.
I would recommend crushing those to hide them better.
Does he like cocaine?
Yeah, I pull out my dagger and a sheet of metal, and I crush the pills up on it.
Or slip them into a bowl of broth.
Yeah.
The
Sweet, now you got like a little cup for your toe.
cup.
There was a cup with the pills.
Oh, right.
Yeah, is the cup big enough for a toe?
No. The door to the chapel opens. Winter enters.
Good morning, Winter. Would you like some broth? It's just ready.
Yes, that would be lovely. Nasa passes by Winter, whispers to her, and exits. Oh. Glances over at Loic in the corner. Oh. Thank you for helping us get him to take his meds. He's been upsetting the children.
Quite messed up, that one.
He'll be fine now. Thank you for helping with the furniture. Yeah, everybody. Sit, eat.
Yeah, I'll grab a bowl. So, Winter, is there anything you can tell us about the asylum and how it got to its current state?
And how long it's been happening?
A few days ago, I arrived in Rushmore. I came out here on a mission with the Ustalav Royal Accusers. My first night here when I arrived, there was an earthquake. In the midst of the earthquake, a group of patients revolted. Something of an uprising. All following this strange man named Olva Zandalis, a patient here. I don't know, apparently a disturbed poet or something like that. Called themselves the Apostles in Orpiment. They slaughtered a lot of the staff. Some of us escaped. We tried to escape the asylum, but we couldn't. When we realized we were trapped, we came and took shelter here. So far, the sanctuary has proved resilient now.
Where are the Ustalavians now?
What do you mean?
I say still attacking.
Do you mean the apostles?
Yes.
Scattered throughout the asylum. I think they're concentrated in the northwest wing.
Which wing are we in right now?
Oh, we're in the chapel off the southeast corner.
See.
Do you know if there's a particular reason that they were congregated in that area?
Well, I'd say probably something to do with the long-term residencies were the second story in the northwest wing, northeast wing. I don't know, most of the second story of the asylum has collapsed now, following the earthquake. In the midst of the fighting, all these creatures appeared, the shifters, and there's just as many ghouls running around. They killed, a lot of people died.
So do you think some of these asylum patients called these ghouls up, or do they have that? Does anyone have that power? But you know where they come from?
I don't know. I don't think so. These are just mentally ill people being misled.
Is it not a bit of coincidence that they revolt, an earthquake happens, and then there's faceless changelings walking around?
No, yes, I do think there is something else at work here, but we can only speculate. We've been holed up in here for days, holding off the shifters in the northern hallways.
Well, is there any other way out? Or are we trapped?
Well, see for yourself. She leads you down to the southern window. The 3 sides to the chapel are all covered in enormous stained glass windows behind iron bars. Clearly there'd be no way out through these bars, but stained glass window is patched up at the bottom of the southern one, just with some makeshift wooden beams. Looks like it's been smashed at the bottom. Walks over and yanks back one of the beams so you can see outwards into the grounds. All you see is a thick, familiar looking yellow fog encompassing the building.
I step back and I'm like, no.
She leaves it open for barely a second before sealing it again.
I get back down and I start mending on the window as well.
Oh, cool.
I don't think we want smoke coming in.
No, we do not.
As soon as I saw that, I backed right up to the middle of the room, just horrified to get anywhere near that.
Now, Winter, was the fog always here, or
No, it appeared the night of it appeared the night of the uprising.
Yes, okay, but after the earthquake, right?
Yes, it all happened at the same time.
Oh, the same time, right. Alright, well, I guess there's only one thing for it, right? We go find a way out, kill all these ghouls and doppelgangers.
Listen, we have about a week's worth of rations left before we start getting desperate. But yes, you're right. We need to find a way out. And before we can do that, we need to clear out the shifters in the north corridor.
Yes.
They seem to be they're somewhere in the laundry department.
Do you know the corridor? Is this the corridor that you have located?
That's the one.
We have already killed one.
Before we go, can I ask you, do you have any arrows that I can use? We're running a bit short.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid not.
Arrow shafts, maybe? No? Okay.
No. Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
The Denman, the guy that was cooking, steps forward. Listen, if you're heading out there, don't fall asleep.
Don't fall asleep. I wasn't really planning on doing that. Why? Why'd you say that?
Something weird going on. Anyone who sleeps outside the chapel, they have terrible nightmares. They wake up screaming.
Could that be because the chapel might be consecrated ground? Are we dealing with evil here?
I believe, yes, I think the chapel is holding some sort of mysticism at bay. For how long, I don't know.
Well, we'll come back when we're tired, I guess.
Please, if you find any supplies that could help, bring them back. Or any survivors, direct them back here.
Of course. Well, gentlemen,
Guess we should go. I did take the torch from the hole before, so I'll reignite that.
I would have burnt out. They only last an hour.
Yeah. No. Oh, okay.
Is there anything I can help you with before you leave?
I think this is everything, unless you have some more torches for us to take with us.
I think Captain Boston may have a spare lantern in the gatehouse. Talk to him.
Thank you. Alright, I'll go and try and find him.
Be safe. May the goddess be with you.
And she be with you.
and you. I do this. So,
I assume the gatehouse is this kind of wrecked room that the boys are standing at.
Yeah, the one that you came through.
Captain, I hear that you may have a spare lantern or torch that we can take with us.
All right. Yeah, we do. It's in the gatehouse here. We got 2 casks of oil, probably enough to last half a day.
If that is okay, I can manufacture more oil if I need.
All right. Well, wait. Do you need this oil then?
It would be helpful. I can't make any more until tomorrow morning.
I'll leave you with 1 cask then. How about that?
Perfect.
So he's giving you a standard wooded lantern with a cask of oil enough to last for 6 hours.
So wheat.
kill.
Alright, I'm gonna lock the door behind you guys, alright?
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Understandable.
Alright, good luck.
What's the order we should go in?
I suggest me at the back.
I don't mind.
I think it was me first, right?
I think that would be best. I think we'll go first.
Elfman, do you have
Melee
a
ready.
ranged weapon?
I have a crossbow, yes.
Excellent.
I think all of us are ranged in some way.
I have 2 daggers, but I don't think they'll be, I don't think I'm particularly suited for that kind of weaponry.
Alright, well, bet you there's another one here.
Alright, so you make your way to the end of the hallway, passing by the storerooms where you fought the giant centipedes, and the boiler room where you fought the 2 rats and the strange eldritch rat with glowing eyes. You come...
the Land Rover with it.
Where did that last doppelganger fall last session? I think you...
It was pretty far up here. Yeah, where
you step over his his projectile riddled body, and proceed down the hallway to where you first encountered him. So there are several sort of high windows scattered around that don't reveal the view outside, but do cast a sort of very, very dim light throughout. So you guys can see fine, but it is very dimly lit during the daytime.
Yeah. I believe I also have dark vision.
Yeah, it's not a problem for the elves. You also miss out on the cool lighting effects.
Yeah.
So, you come upon the room where you first encountered that doppelganger going about his grisly work on the floor. You walk over to examine. You see he seems to have laid out many strips of flesh, not just human, but also doppelganger flesh. You see in the pile of rubble of this, what appears to be a collapsed office, with several bodies crushed by the rubble, including doppelgangers and humans. You also see several of these doppelganger bodies seem to have been felled by crossbow bolts, presumably by the guards of the chapel.
Can I pull any of these bolts out of these bodies?
You could probably rummage up about 3 or 4 usable crossbow bolts.
I will add 4.
Any arrows?
No arrows. So, other than that, there's a lot of crushed and ruined office furniture gathered
Any
amongst
books
the rubble.
or pieces of paper?
Roll a perception check.
That was a 9.
Alright, so you rummage through some visible drawers of desks that haven't been quite completely crushed. You find a wooden symbol of Pharasma, which is one of those swirly concentric seashell kind of shapes. So a carved wooden pendant of Pharasma. The same, very similar to the one Winter was wearing, only hers was made of silver.
Okay. What is she the god of?
Well, she had the symbol of Pharasma hanging around the neck, and also the main shrine in the chapel. Oh, Pharasma actually got up. Pharasma's followers are avid undead slayers, or at least, they hate undead usually. She's the goddess of birth and prophecy, so undead are sort of abominations in her eyes and the eyes of her worshippers.
I'll keep hold of that then. Birth and prophecy.
Perhaps we could take some of these, smashed up desks and use them for firewood without having to strain ourselves once we get back to camp.
If we're in desperate need, it might be.
You also,
idea.
As you dig deeper into the drawers, you find a small steel mirror. Just like a very small handheld vanity mirror, rimmed with steel.
Alright, I'll pick that up and put it in my pocket as well. So add those 2 to my equipment.
And buried under the desk, buried under some rubble, you find a very nice pair of red leather boots with cat skin lining. Once you blow the dust off them, they're still in pretty good nick.
Cat skin lined boots?
Yeah. Red leather. They're very, very gaudy.
Disgusting. Who would ever want to wear those?
I'm not sure, but there might be someone here who might need a maybe pick me up or something.
Can I open this door, Josh?
Yeah, open the door. You wish to open the door?
Alright, I'll open it slow, like,
Alright,
yeah.
so it's quite easy to open it slow because it's blocked by a lot of the rubble that's built up around it. So it's slow, but it is it's loud. There's no way to stop the noise of you just shifting all this fallen rocks and masonry as you force the door open.
Okay.
I'll also remark to the north, the hallway is completely caved in.
Yeah, I thought so.
As
I'll step back the door as well once I do that.
Okay. I guess, from where you're standing, you spot, with your dark vision,
Ooh.
you see in a corner in the room, a humanoid, a very gangly, disgusting looking humanoid crouched over what appears to be a body. He's feasting on it.
Something in there. Do I take it?
What sort of something?
Looks
Human?
like the same kind of, yes, same kind of thing, I think.
Should we try to get the jump on it?
Yes, well, let's all get in here at the same time and kind of take it at the same time, maybe.
Might be worth it.
Creep in if I can.
Yeah,
And-
likewise.
I shoulder my crossbow.
Yeah, and I'm unlimited my bow as well.
Roll stealth check.
Well,
Opa!
all times you want a natural one, that's probably not it.
Yeah, you stumble over a patch of rubble as you walk in, clearly making a noise. You see the form of whatever it is hunched over, consuming this dead body. He glances up for a second, looks at you. You see his eyes glowing, and he just kind of goes back to eating.
How goes it in there?
Well, he's not attacking us, so
That is a positive.
I'll step up a bit.
You hear another voice coming from around the corner in this direction as you approach. Words fail. Words fail. Words fail. Words fail. Words fail. Words fail. Words fail.
Hello?
Ah!
Words fail?
Praise!
Words.
As you step around the corner, the full view of this room comes in. It appears to be what once would have been a drying room or a linen room. Several tables in the center. In the far corner of the room, sort of a large pipe spans the length, the 20 feet of the room from top to bottom. Tethered to this pipe via a set of manacles with a chain around it from north to south. A gangly looking man in yellow rags with yellow paint sort of drawn on his forehead and on his body in strange markings that seem to look like flames. Beneath him, the dead body. Between him and the ghoul, who is also chained to this pipe, who is busy feasting the dead body. He's barely even acknowledged your presence in the room since first noticing you.
So this guy's chained to the pipe and the ghoul is chained to the pipe?
All three of them are chained to the pipe. The body, what's left of it, the ghoul, and the man. He's like, he sees you come around the corner. He starts just pulling on his chains and waving the manacles in your direction. He's, praise! Praise!
I'll go... Or... I'm just gonna kill the ghoul. I think we should just kill the ghoul first.
He's just feasting away on this.
Can I do a check on this creature that's eating? Do I recognize what it is or any details that I can get from it?
Roll a nature check.
And I'd like to do a nature check on the dude that's chained as well.
I also have a picky
Go on, give us a big picky.
ETT not found.
Can I do an insight check on the guy as well?
Oh my god.
There we go.
Rip.
That's a beautiful,
Only,
beautiful boy.
unlike the picture, this particular humanoid thing, he's wearing clothes. He is wearing the same garb as the patients back in the chapel. He's wearing patient's garb. The half-eaten dead body next to him also seems to be wearing the same garb.
Did I get anything with that 15?
What'd you get? All right, so you you identify him as a ghoul. One of the sort of more commonly known forms of undead. They like to eat flesh. They are sentient and capable of communicating. About all you know. They're known to haunt graveyards and things, places where they can find fresh bodies.
This creature here is known as a ghoul, at least it has now become a ghoul. They can still talk and communicate as they did before, but they're constantly seeking out flesh. It's like a constant need. What about the symbols on the gentleman tied up? Do I recognize them at all?
Make a...
Yeah, I can do an investigation check.
No, it'd be
history or religion?
History or religion.
I can do religion.
Can I use my insight check to see if the guy is like putting on a performance? And because if he and the ghoul is chained up, how do we know he's like not a shape changer as well?
It
So I
might
want to
also
see if
be
he's
worth.
lying.
It also might be worth looking for wounds or anything like that.
None of you recognize the markings he's got painted on him.
Interesting.
You can roll an insight check, yeah? Oh, you did? Yeah, he just seems generally panicked and shitting himself and trying to stay as far away from the ghoul as he can. He really wants you to let him go.
I'll let you off, man. Just don't do
He comes up,
anything.
he's like, please! Please!
Just set a second. I'll see if I can pick his restraints,
You have thieves' tools?
I guess. No, I don't. Does anyone have these tools?
I do.
I have my crossbow still trained on the ghoul, so as soon as he
Pick
moves,
his restraints.
Keep an eye on that ghoul. Is that pipe just one long pipe? So if I was to move to that man to try and undo his restraints, the ghoul could technically run north towards him? Or is it kind of like he's...
Pretty much, it seems like the only thing stopping the ghoul from lunging at him at the moment is the fact that it's just busy eating a body already.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I
care.
will
much
protect you, Scarface. You unlock this man.
Alright. I will move up and try and undo that man's restraints with my lockpick. What do you want me to do? A dexterity...
Dexterity check. Add your proficiency if you're proficient with thieves' tools. Do you have thieves' tools?
I do have thieves' tools. I have alchemist supplies, thieves' tools, and tinkerer's tools. So add a +2 onto those. So that's a 8.
No, you cannot work these manacles out.
Sadly, gentlemen, and you, my friend, these restraints I cannot undo.
Can I
Step
go with the thieves' tools?
we still have the ring of keys from downstairs. We could try to see if one of those keys works.
What if
Oh, yes.
What if we dealt with this ghoul quickly and then just tried to bash the beam off?
This ghoul was once a human, or something, I believe.
Does the
It's
restraints look like thin enough to be able to bash through the butt of my axe? Oh, the back of my axe.
They're heavy iron manacles
Okay, so
attached to an iron chain.
Is the chain pretty rotund and unbreakable?
Yeah, seems that.
Okay,
Anyone?
can I please borrow those tools, please?
You may, and I'll pass them over to you.
Alright, can I have a go to unlocking them?
Yeah, roll dexterity check.
Oopsies. Oof. Gross.
Yes.
It's beyond our skill, I think, at this point.
Well,
If we really think we have to kill this creature, we can, but it's doing no harm at the moment. If we can get this gentleman out of his chains, this ghoul can stay chained. We can try and communicate with it if we wish.
did it kill the other man? Sir? Excuse me, sir?
Hey, please! Please!
I cannot undo your restraints. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know how to do it.
Words fail! Words
Do you have these?
fail!
Old man, do you have the keys for that we were talking about?
Talk to you, Heimlich.
Old
What?
man.
I
Old
guess
man,
it gives you the keys. I pass the ring of keys.
I'll receive these. What?
You try it out. None of there's like 3 or 4 keys in that ring. None of them work on the manacles.
Is that a shot? Well, I will see.
Well, if we are going to do something about the ghoul, maybe we should all shoot at the same time.
Wait. I think. Have you opened that door? All right, it's open.
Yeah, I opened the
Alright.
door.
Big oof.
I was gonna see if there was any keys inside here. So I might kind of peek around the corner.
Alright, so you open the door into a grisly sight. This room is the actual laundry. You see the west walls lined with 6 foot high, enormous 6 foot high, around 10 foot in diameter bathtubs, or washing tubs rather, with large ladders, sort of fold out step ladders on the sides to reach the top to dump clothes in. You see a table in the center of the room with a very dissected corpse on it. Human corpse has just been pulled apart by very unprofessional hands. Just reeks of death and carrion in here. Bloods, the walls, the tiles are just stained with blood and gore all over the room.
Do I see anyone in here?
You don't. But at the southern end of the room, there's a large curtain. Sort of goes through the center of the room and obscures the vision on the other side. You hear noises coming from the other side of the curtain. Hear a voice. Eat! Eat! You hear noises that sound very similar to the ghoul behind you, coming from down the other end.
Alright, I'll close the door.
What did you see in there, lady?
What did your elf eyes see?
It's not what I saw, but what I heard. But also, yes, there's a body that's been quite dissected in there, and I think there's another ghoul eating another body. So I think we should definitely kill this ghoul. I think there's also another person in there as well. So we need to deal with this before we deal with them, I think.
Well, if we all shoot at the same time, we won't have a chance.
Gideon will level his crossbow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bring up mine as well.
On your account, old man.
On 1, 3, 2, 1.
Are we rolling? Are you fucking... He's rolling. We're all rolling natural ones.
Yeah.
Alright, so Balthus misses, elf boy misses entirely, just splinters on the wall above the ghoul. The other three, all your projectiles connect with the ghoul and just sort of impale him at the same time. He's going, "Why? Why?" He kills over dead.
I go over to retrieve my bolt.
I now have my crossbow reloaded and trained on the madman in the corner.
Did my crossbow bolt break?
It did.
Alright, well, we can't get this guy off the chain, off the pipe, so
He looks a bit relieved that the ghoul is dead, but he's still frantically waving his manacles at you. Praise! Praise!
Does the body that the ghoul was feasting on have, the key on it or anything useful?
You gonna searching the body?
Yeah.
That says go over and rummage through the bloody tatters of its clothes that are left. You do find some interesting things on it. You find... Actually, just one thing. You pull a bloodied up handkerchief out of its pocket with something rolled up inside it. Unfurl the handkerchief. It rolls out into the palm of your hand. It's a disembodied eyeball
Ugh.
with a cross-shaped pupil.
Cross-shaped?
Strangely, there's no gore attached to the back of the eyeball or anything. Strangely, it's just like perfectly round,
It's okay.
but organic still. It's gooey to the touch and slippery. As it rolls out into your hand, it sits still for a second, then all of a sudden rotates to face you and looks you in the eye.
Ugh. I immediately throw it against the wall.
No,
it,
no.
It makes a squish sound.
I chase after it.
And begins rolling across the floor.
I chase after it and pick it up.
You pick it up, it's got like, you blow the dust off it, it's stuck to the outside of it. And again, you sit it in the palm of your hand and it spins around and stares straight at you.
Fascinating.
What is it?
It's an eye. Can I do any checks on this? Arcana check or anything like that?
Yeah, make you an, yeah, probably Arcana.
16.
Yeah, you're unsure about the nature of this thing, it's very odd.
Well, I'm not too sure what it is, but he lifts up his eye patch to reveal the empty socket that he has there. Looks at it and places it inside his eye. Try and sit in there.
I throw up in my mouth a little bit.
yeah.
Quite fine.
It's
alright.
It's like, what the
Don't
hell,
mind.
man?
And I presume it's just sitting inside my eye socket now, just like rotating and looking around desperately.
It doesn't rotate so as you stick it in, you turn around. More or less, what it does is just focuses on the person nearest to you and just stays looking at them, even if your normal eye is focused on something else. And like
Does it look good?
doesn't move until like it focuses on someone else that comes closer to you. It's just like, and then it points at them instead.
Please put your eye patch down.
Yes, please. I really don't like it.
Can he actually see through the eye?
No, you
Actually, I'm gonna
you don't get any vision from it or anything. It's just
I'm gonna pull out my steel mirror and have a look at myself.
alright. Yeah, so you look at it and it stops focusing on the person nearest to you and like looks at the steel mirror instead.
Right, to the other room then.
Yes. Well, I guess.
I guess.
Sorry, friend.
No! Praise! Praise!
We'll be back. We
Praise
have to go back this way.
who exactly?
Praise!
I will give him the symbol of Farazna that we found before.
Phil glances down, looks at it a second, he's like, oh, what's fail? And he just throws it across the room.
I'll pick it up and put it back in my pocket.
Hmm.
On my list. I tried. Just kidding. What should I add that eye to in my inventory?
Just make it a custom item. Call it,
Yep.
call it,
Yeah.
call it Curious Eyeball.
Curious eyeball.
Are you ready, friends?
I guess as ready as I'll ever be.
Yes.
I'll open the door again, Josh.
Alright.
And quietly step through.
So you see on the other side of the curtain. Well, actually, as you step through, you see a giant pile of bodies, viscera and gore. You see doppelgangers riddled with crossbow bolts among dead humans as well, all in outfits. Even the doppelgangers are in outfits of asylum staff or patients.
I start pulling out crossbow bolts. How many can I collect up?
You get like 2 that are functional.
I'm just gonna motion or gesture to the others to stay quiet and
You
listen.
see at the end of the room, there seems to be a lantern or a torch burning on the other side of this curtain, throwing up a silhouette of a featureless humanoid sort of milling about in the other room.
I'll point my crossbow towards the others, towards the curtain, and I'll kind of like throw eyebrows at people. Like,
I'm just
shall
gonna
we,
progress forwards slowly.
I also re-shoulder my crossbow, aiming it towards where Gideon has seen something.
Is the devouring sound still happening that I heard before, Josh?
Yes, you can hear every now and then you hear a
Elfman, I think you should use your mage hand and open the curtain. Elfman?
I think I want to stay back as far as possible. So someone else open the curtain.
Yes, you know how to use mage hand too?
I guess. I think I can do that.
You can cast it from 60 feet.
so you can still be at the back of the room and cast it to move it out of the way.
Yeah, I will do that. There you go. Yeah, I guess I just conjure it up because, yeah. Lasts a minute.
Alright, so you open the curtain with mage hands.
Yeah.
Throw the curtain open. Slides from one end of the room to the other in a second or two, revealing another table beyond with more gore and viscera scattered all over. Lantern sitting on a row of low shelves at the southern end of the room. No one standing there.
But we saw the shadow.
You did.
I pull the curtain back.
I haven't.
Do we see the shadow now?
You don't now.
I have an idea. Come stand behind me. And what he'll do is he'll hit the back of his head and catch the eyeball, and hold that eyeball out in his hand and see if it starts looking and training in the direction of where the light is.
It
Because
spins
I have a
around
feeling.
and faces you.
All right, I will take a step forwards, and I'll tell the others. I have a
think you
feeling.
I think you should yeet the eyeball.
I've become quite fond of my new eye. And he'll keep taking steps forwards and just watching the eye and see if the eye trains on any part of the room in front of him. Because I'm thinking this thing might be able to see incorporeal creatures or invisible creatures.
As
I'm just
you
holding it out
slowly step forwards, it just remains trained on you the whole time, maintaining eye contact with you.
all the way across the room.
Yeah.
Let me see
Did
who I-
someone
Hello?
reopen the curtain?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Alright,
And I'll walk to the end of the room.
as you approach the end of the room, you hear the loud chewing and snacking coming from the inside of this wash basin.
I'll put the eye back into my head, and I'll crossbow in two hands, and I'll usher towards the lady. Oh, look over at the same time. Yes?
Yeah. Alright, I'll pull my dagger out. And my hand axe.
And bang, pop over the top. Have a look.
As step up on either of the two small ladders, step ladders leading up so you can gaze over the foot wall. You gaze down, you see the wash basin, just with a good centimeter or two of water in the bottom of the foot of depth. At the bottom, you see another ghoul. Just feasting away at what appears to be a bunch of discarded viscera at the bottom of the tank with him. The ghoul is dressed in what appears to be clergy robes, dark purple robes, though he's a man of the cloth.
Do we...
So it's a priest ghoul.
Doesn't even look up to acknowledge you guys. He just continues feasting on the body parts scattered in the bottom of the tank.
I want to call out to him. Hey, you! Oi!
I have a feeling I was a little bit distracted. Is it just a lantern over here at the moment?
Yes.
No, I'll wander over and have a look at it. There's nothing magical about it or anything. Can I do a check?
No, it just seems like a mundane, I think, burning away.
Wonder where those
You should take the oil for that.
We
Yes.
could repurpose it, yeah.
I blow it out and take the canister out of it. I'm not sure how these oil lanterns work.
I mean, you need something to drain the oil into.
Now, do we have something to drain the oil into, or
You
should
could
we
take- If you could take the entire lantern.
Oh, okay. And he picks it up, and
You
Yes.
do also notice a set of keys sitting on the shelf next to them.
I pick up the set of keys. Okay. This might work for the gentleman in the back. Did somebody want to try them?
I'll take them off you and start walking back to the other room.
I'll go back there with just so he's not alone.
As you,
Is it a hooded lantern?
yes, the hooded lantern. As you pass to the other end of the room, you hear a moaning coming from the pile of bodies in the corner.
I go over and investigate it.
My crossbow is drawn.
Yeah.
You approach, you see this be an elderly woman in a patient's garb, laying there. Help me.
You weren't here before?
Help.
I'll reach down and help her get up, I guess.
grab her by the hands. Very, very slowly pull her to her feet. Thank you. Please. I need to get out of here.
How did you get in here?
One of those things grabbed me.
Okay, well,
Do you know where the rest of the people are holing up at the moment? Are you okay to get there yourself?
No, no. Seems very weak.
Maybe we should escort her back in the guards.
That
Look after
might
her
be
from there.
advisable.
Does she have any visible wounds or anything like that on her?
Make a medicine check.
Clearly, she's fine. She can walk by herself. I probably don't see anything.
Doesn't seem to.
I feel like she's just a little bit feeble. We can escort her
she
back,
wasn't
right?
here before.
What do you mean?
She wasn't in this room before.
She was under the pile of bodies.
Why did we not hear her?
Maybe we woke her up. I mean, did I notice this body while I was pulling or trying to pull out crossbow bolts from the pile?
Yeah, it was just a big jumble of bodies, so you didn't really
Flesh.
notice. Yeah.
Did you say most of the bodies were doppelgangers, though?
Some of them are. Most of them are human.
Is this one human?
The woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's...
Okay, good. No
Well.
take-backsies.
You know,
What's
you
your-
don't lie
what's
to
your
us
name?
now.
Yeah.
What's your name, friend?
Ivy.
Ivy. Alright, well,
What is this place called?
Here's... the laundry.
Of the...
What's this building called?
The asylum.
how long have you been here?
I don't know. Day? 2 days? that was me, that wasn't
Flesh.
her.
Mr.
Bless you,
Zane,
ma'am.
get back. Alright, I'm gonna leave her. Just look at the man elf and say, she's your responsibility. And I'm gonna step into the next room.
I'll guide her back, and I say, I'll be back shortly.
I'll come with, but I'm gonna have a crossbow like pointed at her,
No,
like
Yeah,
feet away.
like
no,
I'm letting her.
me.
Yeah, no, I'll escort her back. Like I'll help her back, but obviously with lady crossbow aimed against her the entire time.
I'm gonna be like 30 feet back.
As we enter this room, is this guy still chained up?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go see if any of these keys that I have unlock him.
Yeah, I hand you the keys.
One of the keys on the ring breaks unlocks his shackles. Fall to the floor. He starts rubbing his wrists. He looks you. He's
Steady, friend, steady.
Xander the seas! Xander the seas! Praise! He sprints past you for the door.
Xandala, does that ring a bell at all?
Xanderless.
Xandalus. Does
It's
that
the-
ring a bell?
It's the name
Olva
of the
Xanderless.
yeah, it's the name of the leader of the uprising.
The leader, yeah.
Ooh.
He sprints out the door and turns right down the hallway.
Be careful, you'll probably get shot.
I think you should check the keys to see if we can lock this door. We don't want the feaster getting out.
Okay.
Baltus, as you step
yes.
out, you see him sprinting down the hallway
Yeah.
towards the barricade. You hear shouting, yelling. You hear Captain Borston and other voices. And you see him get cut down by a hail of crossbow bolts.
Bro.
Well, we did warn him.
Yeah, it's his own fault for being insane. Alright, well,
I can unlock this door, Josh.
Can you lock it?
Yeah, with the keys that I have.
No.
Well,
Which way did the door swing? In towards us or in towards the
Is
other
that
room?
In towards the other room.
Okay,
Are we
can
able to
we,
move?
yeah, okay. Can we, is there like a chair or anything at these, any of these, tables to try and like kind of lock the door? Like at least barricade the door?
No.
Well, nip.
Wings
what about the
inwards.
rubble? Oh, I suppose so.
Oh, you pile rubble on this side, it still opens the other way.
well, I don't know about you, the rest of you, but I kind of feel like we need to kill that girl back there. I don't really feel comfortable just leaving it there.
What was it doing?
Well, eating human remains for one.
You're not wrong. Although there is plentiful bodies for that thing to feast on.
Yes, why are there so many bodies? I still don't understand that.
Could be part of the attack. Or maybe some of these people that were sent here got loose and started doing the acts that they were sent here for.
We should
may
try to
not-
find out how many people were in the asylum to begin with.
Yes, if
Yes,
there's
that's
medical
actually good.
records or something in this building, that would be good.
I don't think the medical records are held in the laundry, though.
No, but that office that was broken
Unless they were trying to clean them.
before. Well, we must keep a looking then. Those water basins we were looking in, you said they were 6 feet deep?
Yeah.
So 6 foot down, like, what would you say? Like, you said like 20 centimeters of water, 2 meters of water? How, what
A
did you
few
say?
centimeters.
A few centimeters. And it was just sitting in, and it was just a basin, like it didn't link to the other basins that were in there at all?
No.
Okay. I guess we could kill that ghoul. It might be an idea. Same as before, all shoot at once at the creature.
Yes.
How many ladders are up there though?
2.
Yeah, okay, I don't think we can all get up there.
I'm just going to take one. Can I grab one from here?
Wait, ladder's up. Oh, so it's a ladder up into it.
Yeah, you
Can
can.
you take the ladders
Okay,
out from
sorry.
one and put them on another?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, we've looked in this one, so why don't we look in this one?
Yeah, the other things in the other basins.
Yeah, there's nothing in here.
Okay.
Alright, well. I was gonna call out to again. Hey, you!
Roll a persuasion check. He just
That's not
ignores you and continues to eat.
Alright, well,
You
I
tried.
tried.
Do we want another countdown? Gentleman and lady.
You already fired.
Well, seeing him fire, I'm also firing.
Oh, 10 max.
And you guys rain projectiles down on him and drops dead almost instantly. The howl. It's like, "Roar!"
I don't know why he's so surprised.
He was just enjoying brekkie.
Do I recognize the robes at all?
Roll a Legion check. No.
Right. I guess we press on from here.
Yes. Well, that's the laundry. Do
Now
you
we
think
know
they
it's
want us to
clear.
clean it up for them, or? No, I think they can do it.
I mean, we
Yeah,
did the
but-
hard. The hard yak. I'll go through
You
that
like helping this old woman back?
I guess so.
I don't know. That's up to Elfman.
We have some shackles on the wall here, which we freed the man from. Perhaps we should
It's a good call,
shackle
actually.
her as a precaution.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, very good idea.
I'm gonna toss the keys to you.
A catch with a sick catch. Hold on.
Bruh.
Fire off a sick
Dex
catch.
check. Dex check. Dex check.
Well, I have to toss it first.
Ooh, sick throw.
It was a good toss.
Yep. Good throw.
Good enough catch.
Nice.
From the knowledge roll that I rolled before about the doppelgangers last episode, would I know if how long they could hold their forms for?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. I unlock the shackles on the pipe here and bring him over. Where's the? Do we have a token for the woman?
Elfman's got the woman.
All right, cool. I'm very sorry, but until we know you more, I fear that this is a necessary precaution. And I ask her to extend her arms.
He weakly extends her arms out, tremoring.
Okay, I shackle these boys.
Reassure her more as well, be going, it's just, so unlike the other madmen, you don't get gunned down by the very cautious guards.
Yes, I understand.
Speaking of, I'm gonna exit and start walking down the hallway.
Guys.
I follow. I'll take the rear.
Guys,
Crossbow pointed at her the whole time.
Ho, friends!
hello there.
Do you happen to have a jail cell or something, maybe, or something to hold this lady, so we know until we find out that she's not a doppelganger?
I'm afraid not. There's the those Father Cicatrians, the cordoned off safe area, but it's locked. We haven't been able to get it open.
Is the boiler room close enough to the chapel where people won't have nightmares if they're sleeping in there?
They say it has to be in the chapel.
I think if we shackle her to maybe one of the statues, we can. I think we can rest assured that she'll be safe.
All the occupants of the chapel would be safe if the worst things come to the worst.
I think that is a good idea.
Alright. And I guess we'll take her in there, shackle her back up. And it didn't look like there was anywhere else we could really go up that way. Because that end of the corridor right at the north there, that was all blocked off by rubble?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess, yeah, we just take her back in and then go talk to Winter.
Alright. Captain Vorston, he nods to the woman standing next to him in the padded armor. You've seen this woman around. She was at the barricade when you arrived yesterday. And she was around this morning, but you've noticed, yeah, you haven't heard her say a single word, either when you arrived at the barricade or now. He enters the room,
Oh,
the guardhouse, and opens the door for you.
We've lost the lady.
Lost the lady.
What do you mean?
She's disappeared from chat.
Oh, Bray.
Oh no. It's been a night of technical errors, hasn't it? I hope he's alright. Ah, he said Wi-Fi died 1 sec.
Okay.
We'll probably carry on with something.
And we'll get a bev.
How you doing, Josh?
I'm good.
Did you have a good week since we last spoke?
Yeah, it's good. Productive week.
Anything interesting happen?
For me, me and Scott went down the coast weekends.
Ooh. Very nice.
Drank a lot of beers.
Was that down in the Woolen?
No, we went down to Parent. Good
Very nice, very
Good.
nice.
beers. Your therapist cleared me to go back to the gym this morning.
Hooray! What was wrong with you?
Fucked up my rotator cuff just before I left Canada.
Oh no. Well, I'm glad that you are able to go home again. Very happy for you. Did you notice like you were losing stuff?
Oh, dude, I'm in fucking terrible shape. Like, for a year.
Hmm.
No, so I still can't even. Like, my left arm can barely support 5 kilos.
Fuck. What did you do to it?
It's had a big old stack. No board.
Jerked it too hard.
Trying to do that whole Stranger thing where you lie on your arm. Oh. I think he came back and then disappeared.
Yeah, did voiceover audition yesterday.
Ooh, how'd you think you went?
I don't know. I just like sent them the recordings, so they didn't hear from.
Who
What
was
kind of
that
thing was it for?
So yeah, animation projects that for
Hmm.
I know some animations doing. There's like I don't know, I like a minimum recordings auditions for 3 of their characters. One was a SpongeBob-esque 140-year-old sheep alien.
You're muted. Hello? Oh.
Coming back.
I wonder what this email is that I received. Well, that's a fake email if I've ever seen one.
There we go. Is that right?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Wi-Fi died, so I don't know what, but we can keep playing. I just won't have webcam.
Won't have video?
'cause- Yeah.
Okay. Have to quickly shuffle some names around because you're a non-video. Did you?
Well, he's still in 3 position, right? Oh no.
We've been swapped.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Certainly. Phase part. Yeah. I don't think there's a way to do it actually. You have to be.
How essential is it?
People watching will be confused about who it.
I mean, we're confused about who we are.
An immersive experience.
They can be like us.
The Switch name tag.
That's something I really want to watch again. Assuming there's nothing's going on. I really want to see. Did anyone here watch the animal version of Robin Hood made by Disney?
Yeah, good movie.
Fantastic movie. I love, like, every time I went to my nan's house in the UK, we'd watch that. And it was just like, oh, it's like the movie. Absolutely fantastic. I was thinking of getting all of those characters, because you know how at the beginning they're all, it's like going through the medieval texts, and has them like walking in a line. I was tempted to get that as a tattoo.
Alright, there we go. Names are switched.
Cool. Baden, you're not allowed to come back with video ever again.
Aww.
I might have to turn you up a little bit now.
I can turn myself up higher if I am too quiet. Hello?
Hello, that's actually a lot
Is that
better. Well
better?
done. My beautiful boy. Alright,
Alright, cool.
so they've unlocked the door for us and she's come
The
over.
door opens and the mute woman sort of steps back so you can enter.
Ah, cool.
Thank you. God,
Ah, yes.
lady.
Thank you.
What is your name?
Just sort of stares at you blankly and gestures for you to pass.
All right then. I give her a look, and so does the eye, and then I carry on. I have a feeling she might be a gang or two.
You guys enter the chapel.
Gonna walk into the chapel, yeah.
Winter walks over. Oh, you're back.
Yes, we're back.
Is everything okay?
Well, we found someone buried in a pile of corpses. She was still alive. So I just wasn't sure if you wanted to keep her somewhere to see if you could find out if she was a doppelganger or something. 'Cause I'm not sure. I honestly, I thought there was no one there, and then someone, elf man over there saw her.
She seems injured. We can't tell if she's a doppelganger, so we've shackled her as a precaution.
Yes, understandable. I hate to do this, but we could shackle her to the iron bars in front of the window.
Would there be risk of her breaking the windows? I don't want to risk the fog getting in.
If she does, we can board it up again. Doesn't look strong enough.
Yes, well, it's your asylum, I guess. Just do with her what you want.
Let's tether her to the northern window. You escort the woman to the northern window and extend the chain, unshackle one of her hands, extend the chain through the iron bars and shackle again. Is this really necessary?
Well, I mean, you've seen all the other doppelgangers around, haven't you? You saw all the flayed bodies and stuff.
Yes.
Yes, well.
I'm so hungry.
Oh, here. Look at your bowl of this broth. You know, it's quite nice actually. I'll pour a bowl of broth.
Thank you.
I'll
Might-
wander
Might
over
be
to
hard
Winter.
to eat with just one hand, but yeah, I guess.
Yes. Man.
We found this room in the laundry area along with 2 other ghouls and the gentleman that was shot out the front. We put an end to the ghouls, and the man, after we freed him, decided to run at your guards and shoot him. Let them know that it wasn't their fault. He was a strange man at best.
Right. I heard the commotion. He was dressed like one of the apostles, one of the patients that Xandalus had warped, turned against the asylum.
He was spouting out about him a little bit. I think he was still convinced that he was some sort of savior for him. Maybe it was best that he did fall.
Perhaps.
But that northern hallway is clear now. And there's a few bodies in there, a few dead humans and other good beings, but doppelgangers included. There's a few bodies that seem to have been cut apart and eaten by the ghouls. So if we do want to extend our holdings further north, it might need a little bit of cleaning.
Yes. I don't see any need to. But thank you. You've done a great service for us. We make it
Thank
out
you.
of this alive. I'll see that the royal accusers reward you accordingly.
Thank you. There's really no need, but thank you. It's the least we can do. You gave us shelter. You gave us somewhere to stay in this cruel atmosphere. Thank you very much.
Now, do you need anything else that needs killing?
We
Kinda-
we need to find a way out.
What's going on behind that tapestry that you have guarded?
Oh, that. Yes, I'm afraid it's, as far as I know, the only way for us to get out with the cave-in to the north. It's, perhaps you should just go see it for yourself.
What should we expect?
I'll tell Miss Fawkes to let you through.
Curious, just that second guard that you have posted to the north, the mute one. What do you know of her?
That's Mira. She was a patient here. She's been at the asylum, I think, around 12 years. Asa told me. He hasn't spoken in that time. Some sort of trauma from her childhood.
How does she communicate?
Sign language.
Does anybody know sign language?
No, it's not one of my languages.
Don't think so.
Well, I guess we'll have a look behind that tapestry then.
Yes, and don't get too close to it.
To the
To it?
tapestry? Or
To
wall?
the thing behind it.
Right. Can you explain this thing?
Just go see it for yourself.
Okay,
Because I can't explain it.
fair enough. Alright, we'll wander back out that way.
Scarface, would you like to do the honors?
Winter
If-
comes out and speaks to the the guard standing in front of the tapestry, an elderly woman, dressed in patient's clothes underneath the padded armor she's wearing. He sort of resists for a second, attempts to talk Winter out of it, and then shrugs, walks past. Good luck.
And I will throw back the tapestry. Oh.
As you pull the tapestry aside, it reveals the end of the corridor behind it. Only where there should be a door. The entire 10-foot square space of wall seems to be covered in some sort of yellow, fungusy, mossy substance. It's writhing amongst itself, and in the center of the wall, the size of a wagon wheel, an enormous eyeball.
Can I do some sort of arcana or nature or...
The
religion
eyeball
check?
is blinking and weeping. You hear light sobs coming from a disembodied voice somewhere inside it.
Hello?
Hello. Hello, friend.
Sort of glances at each of you every now and then. Yes, you can make an arcana check. You've never heard of anything like that.
I'll step forwards. Hello. I am, well, I'm known as Face. What is your name, friend?
Just continues to. Sounds like
there some-
several voices weeping rather than one.
Is there something that you require? We wish to help. So it's just an eyeball in a door with this weird material all over it.
An eyeball the size of a wagon wheel.
So
Oh,
we're
damn.
talking.
It seems
What-
like
what-
the fungus.
Oh, a wagon wheel. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
thinking of, like, the biscuit.
No, a wagon. A wheel off a wagon.
Okay, cool. An actual wagon wheel.
Yeah. An enormous
Very
eyeball
hungry.
sticking out of the wall.
Jesus. I don't
Should we
feel like I should get any closer.
put it out of its misery?
I don't want to kill it, Mike. We don't know what this thing is.
No, if it's malevolent. I don't know why.
It's just crying at this point. It's just crying at this point. I even pity the thing.
I'd be
Little.
crying if I looked like that too.
Well, there.
Scarface is a bit upset about that.
I wasn't supposed to open that.
Oh yeah, what is behind that door?
What, John? Do you want to open this door as well?
If you can, or however, if there's a way round, maybe.
I will open the door then.
That one's actually.
Okay, I won't open the door. I'll test the other one. Is this one open?
We've been in there, right? I think we spoke to the captain of the guard in there.
Did you? Did we?
I believe so.
There's another guard inside that you've only seen once when he came in last night. The children have brought them into the chapel.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, can I help you?
No, the wrong door. Sorry. My mistake. I'm just gonna walk back out. Should we, maybe let the eye weeping peace, maybe?
We need to get past the eye.
Well, can we get... Hello? Can we get past you? How do we get past you? Doesn't respond.
No response. Continues to beep.
Hmm. Does it look like there's a door handle on there or anything?
But, yeah, is there anything to touch or like...
Can't see. Like the eye's in the center, and then this writhing yellow fungus just extends out from it all over the wall into the.
Are there tears coming off it? Is it like crying visibly with tears?
Yes, every now and then it sheds like basically a pint of ammonia that falls to the floor. You can smell it.
Is it like collecting on the floor?
It just kind of drips.
Does anyone have a handkerchief? Or
Elfman,
or
can you maybe touch it with your mage hand?
That's a good idea. I'll do that, and
look, I'm poking something in the eye, just for the sake of poking in the eye.
I don't want to touch the eye. I'll see if I can grasp something underneath the fungus, and I'll reach out with the mage hand and feel, I guess, not on the eye but around the eye, for something of a door handle.
It doesn't find anything. Just
Any rags anywhere nearby or anything like that?
Can I wipe the fungus off with the mage hand? Like, is it actually coming off?
no.
Hmm.
I'm gonna.
Have we peered into this room just below?
Locked.
Alright. Even with the keys that we've just retrieved, have we tried those?
Haven't.
Perhaps the keys that we brought back just then may have something to open this door?
Just trying Are You
Oh.
Okay in all the other languages that I know.
I try the keys into the door.
They don't work.
I try again.
They still don't work.
Do I get a response from any of the languages that I speak that I'm
No.
fathom them? I just try different phrases of what I think is gibberish, but
I mean, we have a hand axe, right?
I don't particularly want to attack this creature, but if it is the only way that we can escape, it might be a sacrifice that we might have to make.
Well, we haven't checked into this room here. Maybe it has a secondary exit?
Maybe we should ask Winter before we start hacking down some of their doors,
Good idea.
because it might be locked for a reason. Might be her bedroom. Something. I'll wander back in. Close the curtain and wander back in. Find Mrs. Winter. Kill me.
Continue just being near the eye and seeing if it does anything while no one else is around.
Miss Winter. That eye, has anyone been able to communicate with it?
No, I'm afraid not.
And the door, the beyond where the office is, do you know where that leads?
The one directly
The
to
locked
the
one.
to the right.
The locked one.
That's the entrance to the priest's shrine that used to take office there. You can enter it through the main office. The door to the right of that one.
Does it lead anywhere
No.
else, or is it just... Okay. You wouldn't mind if we stepped in that room a second, would you?
Of course, go for it.
Fantastic. And that eye, has anyone... That eye, Has anyone tried poking it or anything like that? Like, what has happened when people got too close?
Yeah. No, I'm afraid no one has tried anything. Or been too terrified of it to get close to it.
Fair enough. Thank you, ma'am. And what did I go over? Whoop. I do want to have a look through that door to the south, so. Whoop. Pick that one up. Hello, don't mind me, just coming through. Through here. I'll step into this room. Just curious that it's locked from that room. What's in this room?
So it's inside. You see, there's a shrine in a fenced-off area, like a caged-off area, with a small locked door in front of it, shrine behind it, and a small cabinet.
Nothing more curious than that. Just seems
There's
like
a tapestry
room
on the wall depicting a purple tapestry depicting a comet streaking across the sky, decorating it.
Do I know what the religion that would be, or what historical value that comet has?
Roll a religion. Nope.
No, definitely not.
Goddamn.
It's the Skaven. I'm going to. I'll head back into the room, and as Hemlock suggested, or Heimlock, or should I say, Old Man suggested, I'm gonna hit the back of my head again so the eyeball pops out, and I'm just gonna hold it towards the other eyeball.
The eyeball that you're holding out sort of focuses on you for a second. Focuses on Balthus. Focuses on the giant eye. Turns back to you. Begins to stare.
At me?
Maybe if they touched?
You need to say something? Maybe. I don't know, like open sesame?
I spy. I will.
Mother's
Yeah,
lie.
I'll get the two eyes to touch. As
Balthus
weird as that is.
Balthus, as you wander closer to the eyeball, right next to it, sort of turns and looks at you for a second. It blinks. Sheds a large tear of ammonia that splashes to the ground. You hear what sounds like multiple voices all layered over the top of each other saying the same thing. What am I become?
Do we all hear that?
Yeah.
Do they sound? It's like a chorus of like males and females, or females just males.
All
Become an
different voices.
idol.
Sorry, say that again.
All different voices.
Okay. What did you say, Elfman? Sorry, I interrupted.
It's become an idol. It's asking us what it's become. I think this door might be multiple people.
I think it sounds like you're right. You have become a door. You're a giant eyeball that is crying, causing fauna to grow over the door. I am sorry. We want to help you, but we need you to tell us what we can do for you. I wish no harm to come to you, but if it is even harm that you wish, we can carry out that wish.
Perhaps if you opened up to us, both literally and metaphorically.
It continues to weep.
I'll turn to the lady. I think my only option is to try and kill this beast. As much as it pains me to say it, I think it's the only way. Or we could try and, cut it off the door or something. I really don't want to kill another beast.
Can I get my dagger and try to scrape off some of the like fungus and see if it hurts the eye?
Yeah. So as you draw your dagger, send it towards the door, the eye darts and focuses on you all of a sudden. Shrieks. The pupil opens up. A pair of large fangs extends out of the pupil.
What the
And it
fuck?
snaps towards you, Balthus. There's my
Yep.
hacky.
Well, if it's stuck on the wall, everyone take a 5 foot, maybe a 10-foot step back, and we'll just shoot it.
Yeah, if it doesn't hit me with this, I immediately step back.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my mace at it. Just this. Oof.
You are hit. You take 6 damage.
Was it like bite him or?
How many
Yes,
toes
yes.
does he lose?
It bites onto his arm that he's extending the dagger towards the door with.
Oh no, not his pinky finger. It fell off and hit the floor. All right. I think we may have to slay this beast. As much as it might be, maybe.
We'd have to get everyone to roll initiative. And
Ooh,
Yeah.
in a second, not right now.
yeah, do it now.
Yeah.
Oh.
What if this thing breathes?
Okay.
Breathes or breathe?
It got dead last.
Breathes.
So, Elf Lady, you are first.
How close is Elfman to
Right
this?
next to it.
Right next to it. I'll just unleash an arrow at the mouth/pupil.
Hit.
Yeah. 16.
That's a hit. 9 damage.
Get away from it!
Your arrow strikes it. It quivers for a second. You hear a shriek.
Man, this thing's fucked up.
Gideon's your turn.
I'm gonna
I mean,
do.
Scarman.
Ah, sorry. I rub my hands together and blow at it, and a poisonous spray comes out of it. He needs to do a. Constitution saving throw. And needs to get below 13.
It's failed.
Ooh, it takes 8 poison damage. And I'm gonna take a 5-foot step back.
Your poison spray gets it in the eye. All of a sudden, it makes like the eye go all bloodshot in the white parts. It starts
It's got pink eye.
blinking wildly and shrieking more and more. About this, it's your turn.
I want to disengage to take a step back, so hopefully I'm out of its range.
Okay.
And then I'll cast Infestation on it.
You won't be able to cast this. I'm the Napper Man.
I will steady my crossbow and take a shot at this boy.
Hit.
3 damage.
Piercing.
Then I step back 5 feet.
Your bolt flies into the mouth, the fangs, up the pupil of the eye, striking it. It makes one last cry. It's like the eyeball closes, then begins to melt. Falls to
Don't get-
slides to the floor in like just a blob of yellow goo fungus as the covering of moss and fungus on the wall melts behind it into a giant stinking pile of goo, revealing a door behind it.
I don't
I
feel
would not
good
get
about
that on your shoes. I don't know what that will do.
Does anyone else feel a bit bad after that?
I would if I wasn't so injured.
Yes. How are you? How? Oh, looks pretty bad. Did it bite you in the arm? Did it?
I'm sorry.
I'm a little bloody.
You think you can carry on?
Yes, at the back, however, this time.
Yes.
Yes,
I
actually,
will-
I think you did say that this morning, but
Tend to the wound.
I forget my own words.
I'll cast Cure Light Wounds.
Ooh.
There you go.
Thank you, old man.
Gideon will wander back to the main hall, duck his head in, and go, Winters. The eye is taken care of. We're gonna carry on through the door. We won't venture too far without telling you anything, but we might not be back for a little bit, maybe an hour or two. But just so you know.
Alright,
We'll
good
close
luck.
the door. Yes, thank you. And he'll move over and open that door. And step over the threshold.
So you open the door. It opens up
I guess.
where a very large room. White tile, spiderwebbed with cracks, lines the walls of this cathedral-like hall. A prominent oval desk faces staunch double doors, while hard benches and portraits of somber doctors line the wall. Regal stairs ascend towards the second floor, but rubble has crushed the upper flights. Locking passage. Lofty windows, gridded by bars, reveal yellow mist, seething just beyond.
That's cool.
Scarred man will move over to the desk. Does it look like a reception of sorts, or?
Yeah. Like
All right,
the-
I'll go through and I'll start looking through like the drawers for any kind of information about people staying here, anything.
As you begin to rummage, there's a loud thump on the double doors.
Do not open that door. There's smoke behind those windows, right?
Yeah, yellow
We can
mist.
see that from
outside.
here. Do not allow that door to be open. We must move stuff in front of that door now.
Yeah, I'll
If
see
something
if I can
breaks in.
Find something heavy to put in front of the doors.
Yeah, I'll help out as well.
We'll probably let's call the session there tonight.
Ah.
Oh my god, Scarface, being the scarred, mutilated body that he is, genuinely feels bad for all these creatures that we're killing, because he sees a little bit of himself in each of these things. That's how he sees himself as a monster, I guess, after seeing his
Aw.
reflection and feeling what he sees, and so it's like killing all of these things, he's just like slowly eating away at him because he just sees a little bit of, a misunderstood creature in there.
Oh, I don't feel misunderstood by that creature. We tried communicating with it, and it attacked me first.
Yeah.
That is true.
I'm glad I got a new eye though. I'm very happy about my new eyeball display.
Doesn't work.
No, but it looks cool. Like it makes him feel better. He's got a bit more. He's got one more point of his self-esteem. Do you mind if I
No,
add
it
that
does
to
not
my
make me
skills?
feel better.
Yeah, I love the idea that it just like stares at you. Like both eyes are looking at you, but like one might be like just looking slightly past you, and then just flicks over and looks at somebody else.
It makes Aiden really uncomfortable.
Alright, you guys
What-
get
what-
like 150
My pick.
XP each.
Level 3.
Ooh. Experience points. $150.
150, you say? 100.
150.
150. Oh, good God. Why is it every time you
Level
highlight
3.
this? Da, 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 level 3.
And we gotta wait until we sleep to level up here.
No, just you can have it for next session.